Good evening and welcome to this press conference on air passenger rights. Today the Transport and Tourism Committee voted on the negotiating position for the Parliament on the changes to the air passenger rules. Almost unanimous vote by 34 in favor, none against and 2 abstentions. And today we have the Parliament rapporteur, Mr. Andrey Novakov. He is EPP, a Bulgarian MEP, who will present the main results of the committee vote and the Parliament position. And also we have with us, we have 2 shadows. Mr. Vincent Marsa Ibanez from Greens, he is from Spain, and Mr. Arash Saidi, he is presenting the Left Group, and he is from France. So Mr. Novakov, he will present the main results of the vote. We have today interpretation in English, French, Spanish, Italian, and Polish. And after his presentation, we have a time for questions. So please, Mr. Novakov.
Thank you so much. Dear colleagues, we're waiting for one more shadow to come, Mr. Oithen. I'm grateful for his presence here. I would like to invite him to join us on the floor. Usually, when a press conference is started with a statement, I will send clear and strong message, is neither clear or strong, if you have to define it first. So, when 95 of the votes in committee are in favor of this and none against, I think this is clear enough without giving any description, is it strong and clear or not. It means only one thing, that the way the Council started this is not going to end in such a way. The Parliament is really united, and we show it with today's votes. We have several red lines to fight for, and we are not going to step down from them. The first one is we are not going to accept more than 3 hours of delay, after which the passenger is entitled to receive compensation, especially when there is no extraordinary circumstances. Second, we are going to fight for this parents not to pay to sit right next to their child. I think this is a practice that is not moral. We're going to fight to protect the passenger rights when it comes to hand luggage, to be clear that the hand luggage is included in the ticket price. We're going to fight for a pre-filled obligation. Such a procedure that requires a passenger to fill 15 different pages, send several emails, and they're receiving an email that, well, you have to do something more in order to receive your compensation, are not going to be accepted anymore. So if something happened, then you're obliged to receive pre-filled form just to sign and send it. Another thing is that when a boarding is denied due to overbooking of the flight, the passenger could receive immediately not only cash back, but a compensation for this huge inconvenience. Why this delay and the deadline of 3 hours is so important for us? It is important for us because 6 hours, which is one of the proposals, is so long that your event, happy or sad, it will be over, and nobody can compensate you for this. With these strict rules, we are creating pressure on business to be strict. You need to pay attention, to be prepared. And again, we found a balance. There is a clear list in which is stated which kind of events are extraordinary events, and we could not hold accountable the airlines for them, such as weather and natural disasters. There is other practices that attracted our attention, such as that some companies are not accepting anymore a paper boarding passes. It means that those passengers, no matter how much they are, who are not able to have a cell phone capable of displaying QR codes, are not able to fly or to be on time at the airport and pay for check-in. This is not going to be accepted anymore. And finally, we count a lot on transparent and visible results on the airports. If your luggage is lost, to have a single point of contact and a clear rules where to go and who to ask. And finally, usually these press conferences are held by the rapporteur himself. How strong is this message is not predetermined on how strong I speak, but those people who see here right next to me, and they're here not because they are supporting me, but because they are supporting the Parliament position, which is my main goal to be defended. And I think this is strong and clear enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So now we have a time for the questions. Maybe a reminder for those online, if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand button and then we'll come to you. Now we'll take a few questions from the room. Please, lady. If you can present the media you are presenting in your name. Thank you.
Hello, Anne Damiani from Agence Europe. I have two questions, actually. First, with which mindset are you going to enter this, the trilogue that are starting on Wednesday, considering how far your position is from the councils? And my other question is a bit step aside, but the Commission has opened an infraction procedure against Spain because of air services infraction. Do you think in the end this will be cleared? Because I guess Spain is thinking that they are in their right because following the court, many of the court decisions, and the Commission is thinking the contrary. Thank you very much.
We are quite apart from the Council, mainly because there is distrust between our two institutions. Do you know how long we waited for the position of the Council after we voted for the Parliament's one? You remember when the Parliament voted? If you don't remember, I can help your memory. It was 2014. So we waited for the Council to adopt their position for 11 years. And after these 11 years, they choose a procedure that is limiting our time for negotiations, which I don't consider to be a really spirit of cooperation and friendship. However, with all the colleagues, shadow rapporteurs, who together will fight for this, are generous people, and I think we can continue forward, hoping that the Council will make compromises and finally move on. When it comes to Spain, I was surprised. I was surprised because there is obviously ongoing draft legislation that is proposing something first, and then there is a Court of Justice decision. But I have to underline here that the legislation, the current one, is acting, and every member state has to follow it, no matter what is going on at the moment. So I was surprised.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions in the room? Yes, please, gentlemen.
Hi, Tommaso Lecca with Political Europe. I have a couple of questions. The first one is about what airlines say about this vote, about this position from the Parliament. They say that basically you are missing an opportunity to reform these rules, which, according to an airline CEO, I'm reading his statement, penalize airlines that do everything possible to avoid cancellations. They say there are some problems that you cannot solve in 3 hours, that maybe if you give them some more time, maybe you can solve them. So this is one for Mr. Novakov. And another question for maybe for Mr. Oetjen. Is this your red line, or would you be willing in some way to maybe negotiate, let's say, 4 hours for a 400 euros compensation?
I will answer about your airlines question, but with your permission, we have a colleague from Spain that I would like to let speak and explain about the situation in Spain, and then I will continue. Thank you.
Okay. So I will do it in Yes, so I will do it in Spanish. Like this, it's going to be very clear for all the Spanish press too. Como ha dicho nuestro ponente, es sorprendente que sea justo ahora, en medio del procedimiento que estamos en negociación y con una posición tan clara y tan contundente por parte del Parlamento Europeo, que dice lo que dice la normativa hasta el momento, lo que ha dicho las resoluciones judiciales, y es que un pasajero puede llevar maleta de mano y porque forma parte del elemento consustancial del propio viaje. Por lo tanto, fue el mismo Tribunal de Justicia de la Unión Europea quien lo dijo, y no solo eso en su momento, sino que ahora mismo está muy clara cuál es la posición y cómo seguir hacia adelante. Por lo tanto, sorprendente que sea justo en este momento. Esperemos que no sea para intentar influir en esta negociación, porque justo va a conseguir lo contrario. Esta unidad que estamos teniendo todas y todos juntos por esta posición creo que no es casual y creo que muestra la fortaleza de este Parlamento para defender los derechos de los pasajeros y las pasajeras y para lo que hemos sido votados y votadas, que es llegar a acuerdos entre diferentes para defender y avanzar en una Europa más fuerte que ponga a los pasajeros también en el centro. Gracias.
Do you want to answer first on the other question?
Then I'll come back later to this.
Okay. So thank you for the question, and we are in front of very tough negotiations, and we have the Council saying we have a majority on 4 hours. We cannot move an inch on anything. But you see here that Parliament is very united on the question of 3 hours. And beside this, there are a lot of nitty-gritty, and I think we can find compromises on all those nitty-gritty questions, on extraordinary circumstances, on waiting time, etc., etc. But the 3 hours threshold, if you go up to 4, you rip off the rights of, let's say, 2/3 of the passengers that are entitled today. So for us, this is a no-go. And I really have to say that Council might be saying, and airlines might be saying, we're missing an opportunity. Yes, maybe we're missing an opportunity, but I don't think it's an opportunity to rip off 2/3 of the passengers of their rights. So what we should do is go into the details, see where we can balance the text so that it's not one-sided. But on the 3-hour threshold, I really think this is something Parliament could not accept, that this is prolonged to 4 hours.
When it comes to airlines, I consider them our partners. We had a long time to discuss, to debate, and I think that a significant portion of this legislation actually is protecting them. When we clearly stating that when your luggage is lost, this is not because of the airline. Not a single suitcase was lost in the sky because of the airlines. All of them are lost in the ground, where a ground operator is responsible for this. So we have plenty of those situations that we clearly described, that not airline, it should be held responsible for this. Again, the list with extraordinary circumstances are again in favor of the airlines, because at the moment when you have unclear rules, passengers are see them in one way, the airlines in another way. So I think this helps them a lot. I'm sure that it will be challenging to adapt to some of the rules, but after all, I think with joint efforts, it will be better, because if you make passengers happy with their experience, they will fly more. If they fly more, you earn more. So this is it.
Thank you. Let's move to maybe questions online. I see Monica Varbanova. If you can press the speak button, and we will be listening for your question. Thank you.
Hello, Monica Varbanova from Capital, Bulgaria. My first question is related to the check-in. So the Parliament position is clear, no only digital passes, but could you elaborate more on the no check-in fees at the airport? What were the reasons behind this provision, and what is the Parliament suggesting instead? And also, after a compromise is reached with the Council, hopefully there will be one soon, when eventually the regulation will enter into force. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that to earn profit from a business and a service that you're offering is one thing, but to try to do everything to get as much as possible from the customer, it leaves really bad taste. So if you bought a ticket and you are on time for the flight and you just prefer to check in on the airport, that shouldn't be a problem for anyone and pay for it. I mean, if we include the price of that service in the ticket, that's understandable because someone stays at the desk and is entering you details and is checking you for this airport. But surprisingly, to ask for someone €70 to be checked in for a flight that costs 50, it's really strange. So we are standing on this position that first you can arrive with a check-in done at home, either on your phone or on paper. It's up to you. And second, if you are on time at the airport and you need support to be checked in the airport, that should be included in the price of the ticket. When it comes to the deadlines, I think that hopefully we reach agreement December, and then it's a matter of technical time to be published in the official magazine of the Union, and then enter into force.
Thank you. We have one more question online from Susanna Frexes. If you can press the speak button.
Yes. Thank you, Susanna Frexes. I see in Expresso, Portugal. Because, well, when you try to make sure that personal item and small trolley are free of charge, and also the question of the no fees for check-in, including at the airport, basically this is the business model of, or you are messing with the business model of Ryanair and maybe some other companies, cheap companies. So I would like to understand if you have analyzed also, or if you have took into account also the economic impact for these companies, and how do you expect the member states to agree with these specific questions of the trolley free? Because more and more we see airline companies charging for the charging for the trolley with the excuse that, well, with no trolley you can get cheapest flight ticket. So I would like to understand a bit what is the reasoning behind this. Thank you.
Thank you. First, we do realize that the planes were designed at a time in which place for all suitcases of all passengers wasn't necessary. When the planes were designed for 200 passengers, let's say, the place designed for suitcases was, let's say, 120, 130, something like this. Back then, it wasn't any need to do more because most of the passengers traveled with check-in luggage in the belly of the plane. Now, the business model changed, and until the plane's producers are adapting to this, then we have to follow some rules. We do understand that more suitcases means more weight. More weight means more fuel. More fuel means more cost. So for free, maybe is not the term that we should use, but to be included in the price, not to be priced additionally and exceptionally on the airport for really high prices. This is one of the things. When it comes to concrete airlines that has been mentioned by the respectable journalists, I wasn't aware that they are the ones who are using these practices. We are doing a legislation that is equally to be implemented across Europe and across all airlines and member states, and I don't consider this as we are messing about with anyone precisely. But when it comes to the paper boarding pass and airport check-in, I would like to give the floor to our colleagues from left, because that was their idea at the very beginning and they fought really hard for it.
Merci. Je vais parler en français pour que ce sera plus facile pour vous. Je vous laisse le temps de mettre les casques. Ce que dit Andrei, je l'appuie très fortement, parce qu'en fait la position du Parlement, elle est équilibrée. On ne peut pas d'un côté demander aux passagers de ne faire absolument jamais aucune faute d'orthographe quand ils achètent un billet, parfois sur leur téléphone, et que si jamais ils se sont trompés, leur mettre 50 € de frais additionnels, et en même temps, lorsque la compagnie aérienne a 5h59 de retard, dire « je n'ai rien fait, c'est pas grave ». Pour les bagages, c'est exactement la même chose. Si vous arrivez à l'aéroport, que vous n'avez pas lu la petite ligne, et qu'on vous dit qu'il y a 1 centimètre de trop pour votre bagage, alors que vous pensez légitimement pouvoir monter dans l'avion avec vos bagages pour pouvoir vous changer une fois arrivé, c'est normal de ne pas payer plus pour le bagage que pour le prix du billet. Et l'enregistrement, c'est exactement le même état d'esprit. Il y a des gens, alors oui, 90% des gens vont peut-être avoir la facilité de le faire. Mais quand vous êtes en voyage, vous pouvez avoir une panne de batterie, vous pouvez vous faire voler votre téléphone ou comme parfois les personnes âgées, vous pouvez avoir du mal à l'étranger à faire un enregistrement en ligne dans une langue que vous ne maîtrisez pas. Eh bien, pour tous ces gens, il est totalement anormal d'avoir parfois une facture qui est supérieure au prix de base du billet. Et juste, si je peux me permettre, sur le modèle économique, on n'interdit pas aux gens de facturer l'essence qui a été consommée à cause du poids des bagages. Mais c'est 1, 2, 3% du poids et du prix du kérosène consommé, un bagage de 7-8 kilos. Donc ça n'est pas vrai qu'on met en danger le modèle économique. En revanche, si votre question c'était de dire le modèle économique de certaines compagnies aériennes, c'est de faire croire aux gens qu'ils ont acheté un billet à 20 € et à la fin ils se retrouvent avec un billet à 100 €, oui, ce modèle-là, on veut le combattre. Parce que un restaurateur, quand il affiche un menu à 10 €, quand vous entrez pour vous asseoir pour manger, vous ne vous retrouvez pas avec un supplément de 20 € pour avoir une assiette sous votre plat. Eh ben, c'est le même principe.
Thank you. I see Susanna has a follow-up question. So, Susanna, you are welcome to ask a question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and see you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, because all of us, we travel a lot, so we are used to these, as you were mentioning, prices that at the beginning are 20 €, and then at the end of the procedure, they cost you 50 or 70 € more. But the fact that, if these moves, if the council accepts your position, and at some point, companies will, I'm thinking about Ryanair, but of course, probably there are other companies doing the same. But the thing is that how are you sure that because from at some point now, for instance, from now on, all the tickets, they are to include the trolley free of charge. How are you sure that the prices are not going up?
Well, I couldn't say with 100% guarantee that the business model of given airlines are going to be easy to adapt to this proposal if this happens. But as it was said, this is just a minor component of the final price. And to be honest, I don't believe that the fuel that is added to the plane costs 70 € per person. And it's not going to be such administrative and economical weight to them. Saying that, I would like to underline that I believe in the market. And we should leave a freedom to the customer to choose how to travel and what to pay for. I do understand that when you buy a ticket for a cinema, you should buy additional a bag of popcorns, and it's not included in the price. So if you don't eat popcorns, then you don't pay for it. But here, this is not the case exactly. We are saying that the suitcase should be included in the price of the ticket, and how exactly that is going to be done it's up to the airlines, but I see that Mr. Oetjen would like to take the floor on this as well, since he was very active when we were debating this position.
Yeah, thank you, Andrei. Just to say that we're starting negotiations, right? And we are entering a new field of legislation with this question of hand luggage. And there are different layers. The first layer is standardization. I think this is an important point, because I don't want people to arrive at the airplane and be charged additionally for 1 centimeter more or less. So standardization is a very, very important topic. Second, we know today that airlines sometimes have trouble with too much luggage arriving, because in the process of boarding, when it's full, it's full, right? In the overhead bins. So then they have to bring it down into the belly. So this can be a solution. Airlines can offer free hand luggage check-in, for example. So there are a lot of solutions to these questions. But I want to say that we, as Parliament, we have taken a position which is addressing small aircrafts and bigger aircrafts. We're addressing the normal airlines and the Ryanairs of this world. So it's the same rules at the end. And we will see where we end with the co-legislator. But I want to underline what has been said by the rapporteur, that this is an important topic for us as Parliament, that we want to see progress on this question. And at the end, we will see where we end up, but we will fight hard for our position.
And finally, I would like to say that all the airlines at the moment are offering for free a personal item. So it was very rightly so that Mr. Oetjen mentioned it, because it's all about dimensions. So personal items has 1 dimension, and the hand luggage that we are proposing is just a bit bigger. So it's not going to be such a major change for all the airlines.
As we have to make a way for another press conference, I thank you all joining this press conference, the shadows, the rapporteur, and good luck with negotiations. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.